Hey friends, March 3rd, 2025. Imagine for a moment that Jesus still walks among us today. In a world of technological advancement, cultural shifts, and complexities that define our daily lives, what would he do? How would his love, compassion, and wisdom unfold in places we recognize, like the streets of Huntsville, Alabama? Now, as we embark on this journey, we'll explore the life of Jesus on March 3rd, 2025, imagining his day step by step. We'll see him navigate the rhythms of modern life, yet, through his eyes, we'll witness timeless lessons of grace, love, and healing in real-world situations. Each day this year, we'll reflect on how Jesus would engage with the world around him, drawing inspiration from his presence in our lives. Today, we explore Huntsville, Alabama, one of the most innovative cities in the South, and imagine what Jesus' day might look like if he were living and walking among us here in 2025. It's a day that will stretch across busy streets, peaceful parks, and lively spaces, inviting us to see our world with fresh eyes through his heart. Let's walk with Jesus. As the first light of dawn stretches over Huntsville, a quiet peace fills the air. The city is just beginning to stir, and in this early moment, Jesus finds himself walking up the gentle incline of the Green Mountain Nature Trail. The world is still, the horizon bathed in warm shades of peach and gold. As he walks alone in the cool morning air, he pauses to listen to the sound of birds and the rustling of leaves, both part of the sacred rhythm of creation. He kneels beside a large boulder, pressing his palms into the earth. His head is bowed, and his prayer rises from a deep well of gratitude. Father, you are the creator of all things, seen and unseen. Thank you for this beautiful world. Thank you for the chance to be here today, to walk among your people, to serve with love. Let your peace flow through me as I encounter those who need your healing touch. May my actions reflect your will, and may your love be known in every place I go. There's a quiet strength in his words, a sense of peace that fills the space around him, making the air feel sacred. He takes a long breath, stands, and begins walking again, his footsteps firm but gentle on the trail. The beauty of the trees and the rising sun serve as reminders that all of creation speaks of God's glory, from the quiet forest to the bustling streets ahead. By mid-morning, Jesus walks into the Low Mill Arts and Entertainment Center, a place of creativity where local artists showcase their work. The gallery space is filled with people admiring paintings, sculptures, and interactive installations, each piece telling its own story. As Jesus moves through the halls, he notices a young family sitting on a bench, looking worn and anxious. The father is dressed in simple work clothes, his hands calloused from labor, and his eyes are tired. His young daughter, clutching a colorful painting she has made, gazes at him expectantly, her innocence hoping to bridge the distance between them. Jesus stops in front of them, his presence calming the tense air around them. The father looks up, startled, but Jesus' gaze softens him immediately. Without a word, Jesus sits down beside them. He speaks gently to the father, his voice carrying the warmth of comfort. I see the weight you carry. You don't have to bear it alone. Trust that God is with you in every struggle, and let His peace fill the places where you are weary. The father exhales deeply, his shoulders relaxing as if a weight has been lifted, even if just for a moment. He looks at his daughter, who beams with joy, holding up her painting for Jesus to see. He reaches out, touching her hand with a smile. Sometimes, Jesus says to the family, the best way to heal is to create together. Art, like love, allows us to express what words cannot. Jesus encourages them to join in an art class where they can both create and connect with others. The father hesitates, but eventually agrees, following his daughter into the classroom. As they begin to paint together, there is an unmistakable shift, a moment of healing, a renewal of connection. Jesus watches from a distance, quietly content that his presence has made a difference, even in this small way. By noon, the energy of Huntsville is at its peak. Lunch crowds gather in bustling restaurants, and the smell of food fills the air. Jesus steps into Cotton Row, known for its delicious southern fare and vibrant atmosphere. The restaurant is filled with laughter, conversation, and the hum of everyday life. Jesus takes a seat at a large communal table where a group of workers, men and women from various walks of life, are enjoying their lunch. They are hard-working folks, some of them laborers, some in tech, others in the service industry. Jesus listens intently to their conversations, engaging with each of them in a way that makes them feel heard and valued. One worker, a woman, who has just come off a long shift, complains about how hard it is to stay hopeful in a world that seems so divided. Jesus looks at her with a knowing smile, his eyes filled with compassion. My friend, hope does not depend on the world's circumstances. It depends on the love that you give and receive. When you love, truly love, you bring light into the darkness. It might not change the world overnight, but it will change the hearts of those around you. The woman pauses, struck by his words. She looks around at the group, realizing that love is already happening here. Through shared meals, laughter, and support, Jesus continues. When you serve each other, when you show kindness, you are doing the work of God. And that, my friends, is where true greatness lies. The workers begin to speak less about their struggles and more about their shared humanity. In this small moment, Jesus reminds them that the path to joy is paved with love and service. Later in the afternoon, Jesus visits the Spirit of Athens Museum. As he walks through the exhibits, he sees how history has shaped the city and its people. A group of students is gathered around a display, examining artifacts from the area's rich cultural history. One young boy, eager to understand, asks, "How can we make sure we don't repeat the mistakes of the past?" Jesus smiles, his eyes full of gentle wisdom. To learn from the past, we must first understand that love is the greatest lesson. People in history made choices based on fear, pride, and anger. But true wisdom comes when we act out of love, humility, and compassion. He pauses, looking around at the students. The world will always face challenges, but love will always be the answer. If you lead with love, you will always be on the right path. The students nod, absorbing his words. They feel the depth of his message. The power of love transcends time and place, and it is the force that can heal divisions and bring lasting change. As they leave the museum, they feel different, empowered to make choices in their own lives that reflect love, understanding, and respect for one another. As the day draws to a close, Jesus finds himself at Monte Sano State Park, overlooking the city below as the sun begins to set. The sky is painted in vibrant reds and oranges, casting a peaceful glow over the land. He sits on a bench, contemplating the day's events, his heart full of gratitude and peace. The serenity of the park mirrors his inner calm. Before he leaves, he takes a final moment to pray. Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the opportunity to touch lives, to remind your children of your love, and to walk alongside them in this world. May your will continue to be done in me, and may I carry your peace and love into tomorrow. As the last light of day fades, Jesus stands, his heart light, knowing that each encounter has planted seeds of grace and love in the hearts of those he met. Now, as we reflect on Jesus' day in Huntsville, we're reminded that his presence transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Today, he showed us that true greatness lies in serving others with love and humility, that healing often comes through simple acts of kindness, and that God's love transcends all boundaries, time, place, and circumstance. Now, as we end today's journey, let us carry his message into our own lives. Each of us has the power to bring healing, to offer hope, and to live out his love in tangible ways. Join us again tomorrow in a new city as we explore another day with Jesus and let his presence continue to shape our lives day by day. May we always walk in his love, his peace, and his grace. Now, before you leave, I'd like to offer a prayer for the hopes, needs, and intentions you hold in your heart on this day. Now, on this channel, we always pray in the way that Jesus taught his disciples when they asked him how they should commune with the Father. Are you ready? I'll lead. Here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We post new videos every day, and when you join our channel, you join 400,000 plus other believers who come here each day to discuss the Word and pray for each other as we support each other to do the best and be the best that we can be. Hug your family. They love you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, my friends. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.